The next thing we're going to talk about is how to hit two strings at once with the thumb and a finger combination. Let's start with the home position, 4, 3, 2, 1. All your fingers are lined up in home position. And what we're going to play is we're going to play string 4 with the thumb, and we're going to play string 3 with the index finger, and we're going to hit them at the same time so that you hit both notes at once. It's kind of like a pinch where your thumb and your index finger go at the same time. Okay, now notice by watching my hand that my thumb and my index finger aren't taking up the same space. They're not running into each other and colliding. In this case, they don't have enough space to move around. So what I've done is I've stuck my thumb out a little bit closer to the frets, and I put my finger a little closer to the bridge. So the thumb has its own area to play where it won't run into the index finger. And the index finger has its own area to play where it won't run into the thumb. So there's an inch of space between the thumb and the index finger. That way I can play the notes without my thumb and my finger colliding. Let's make a pattern where we play thumb and index together. Then we'll play the middle finger and the ring finger. So set up the fingers, thumb and index, middle, ring, set up. Thumb and index, middle, ring, set up. Thumb and index, middle, ring, set up. Together, 2, 1. 4 and 3, 2, 1. Okay, play this until it seems easy. If you have to sit down and just play this for half an hour before it feels like it's on autopilot, then that's what you should do. Okay, let's move on. Sometimes your thumb will play in combination with the middle finger. Okay, like we talked about before, getting the middle finger to operate with the index and ring still on the string is a little bit awkward. So in this case, I'm not going to put my index finger on the string. I'm going to take it away. That way my middle finger can operate with a lot more relaxed motion, a lot less tension. So I'm going to start with my thumb and my middle finger together. Then I'm going to play the index finger. Then I'll play the ring. So I have 4 and 2, 3, 1, set up. 4 and 2, 3, 1, set up. 4 and 2, 3, 1, set up. Maybe on the setup, as I place my fingers on the strings, I just won't place the index finger. That way I'm ready to go right away, and my index finger doesn't get in the way. So on my setup, it's just going to be the thumb in the middle and the ring. Together, 3, 1, set up. Together, 3, 1, set up. Together, 3, 1. The important thing to practice here is the setup. Once you get your setup, you can't miss. Think about that for a moment. Once you place your fingers on the right strings, like this, how can you miss? Is it possible to pluck the wrong string? So I kind of like the chances of 100% guaranteed success. So I'm going to put my fingers on the strings, then I'm going to play. Okay, if you're at home doing this, then you'll never succeed at learning to play this music. You can't play this music this way because you'll always hit the wrong string. We're not going to take a swing at the string and hope to hit it like a baseball player swings his bat at the ball and hopes to hit it. We're just going to put the baseball bat right on the ball like this. Put the fingers right on the strings. Okay, and then how can you miss the string? There's no way you could hit the wrong one. Okay, let's move on. So this time, let's try a different pattern. This time what we're going to do is we're going to try two different thumb and finger combinations. We're going to start with the traveling thumb. The thumb's going to travel over to string 5 while the fingers remain where they are. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to play the thumb and the middle finger. So that's plucking string 5 and string 2 at the same time. Notice how I didn't set up my index finger. Then what I'm going to do next is I'm going to put the thumb on string 4, and I'm going to play that note with my index finger on string 3. So now I've got two different combinations going on. I got a 5 and 2 with the middle finger, and I got a 4 and 3 with the index finger. Notice on my 4 and 3, I didn't put my middle finger anywhere, I just floated it out in space. Okay, so what we've just covered is a 5 and 2 combination and a 4 and 3 combination. Let's just cycle that for a while. Set it up, play. Set it up, play. Set it up, play. Remember how important the setup is. If you get the setup, your note will be right on. Okay, this is the pattern for the first measure of the song. So stay on this for a while until it seems easy. Okay, another thing I'm going to throw in the mix is this. When you play this style of music, the fingers pluck the treble strings a lot louder than the thumb plays the bass strings. So in other words, I've got to pluck string 2 really loud, and I've got to pluck string 5 really soft. Okay, on the surface that seems easy, but when you have to do them both at the same time, it gets a little bit tricky. How on earth do you hit string 2 loud and hit string 5 soft? Okay, well the secret is in how much you pinch the strings. When you do your setup and then you pinch the strings and you're getting ready to pluck, you pinch the strings and it looks like this. Of course, the more you pinch the strings, the louder the notes will be. If you pinch the strings just a little, when you let go of the strings, you get a soft sound. When you pinch the strings a lot, when you let go, you're going to get a loud sound. So here's the trick. You have to pinch the second string quite a lot with your middle finger. You have to literally push on a string with your middle finger, and then take your thumb and just pinch it a little. So my middle finger's really got a lot of pressure on the string, and my thumb has barely any. Now when I let go of the strings, string 2 will be a lot louder than string 5. Okay, so that technique is used in all of these different notes. So in our previous exercise, when I'm playing string 4 and string 3, I'm going to push on string 3 with my index finger pretty hard, and I'm going to just barely squeeze with my thumb, and then when I play, string 3 will be a lot louder than string 4. Okay, so we should practice making the high notes louder than the bass notes.